investment. It's for showing somebody and counting for your own pleasure. So I was of that nature. When I spoke to this young man about why did he say that Jesus didn't die on the cross, he says to me, I don't have time to talk to you now. But if you're interested in what I'm saying, that you should go to the Muslim sunrise. Now here I am, street smart. Hearing a word I never heard of, Muslim sunrise. What is a Muslim sunrise? He said, okay, if you don't want to go to Muslim sunrise, why don't you go to the mosque? Here's another word. Mosque, Jid, Muslim sunrise. And Jesus down the cross. Now this person knows something that I never heard of before. But since everything is wrong, let me go to see how I can make money out of it. It was all about money. So when I go to the mosque, I decided to go to the mosque. I went there, I met a missionary. The missionary that I met was so simple. He had, in those days, you didn't have permanent press. Now you can just wash something, hang it up to dry, and it stays in position. Those things, they had cotton. And cotton, if you wash it in the bathtub, it becomes wrinkled and you need an iron. So pants, cotton, what you do to get the crease was important in those days in the pants. You straighten the pants and put it under the mattress. And when you go to bed at night, sleep on the mattress, you get a little crease in the pants. So when I looked at him, I said, man, how in the world could a man be this simple? This man don't have on $15 worth of clothes. And here I'm here with a diamond ring on, and crystal on my side, and chamois skin sports shirt, cashmere coat. Now what can I learn from him? I got everything. This man don't have $15 worth of clothes on. So then I said, okay, let me just hear what he got to say. So then when I talked to him, his conversation was so simple. I said, oh, but this, what he's saying, I never heard before, but he's not fooling me. There's something else here besides this simplicity. So I had to come again to find where that is at. So I came another time, and then they were cooking curry. I never smelled curry before. I'd been to all the restaurants in Chicago, and there was no curry smell there. So now, and there's one stage of when you cook curry. When you put the curry powder there on the onion and begin to get dry, then you can you get some get in your throat until they pour that water in there. Then it start frying, and then you get a flavor. But until that time, it's dry. So I thought that was what they was cooking was dope. So this must be dope what they're doing. So I have been blessed by God to come to a place where now I can rob all these people. What do they know? I mean, they don't. This man here, but he's not fooling me. He knows something else. So my thing is to come again and find out where is that stash. So they must be in the dope business, because no one can be this simple. So I came again, and so they told me, okay, now if you want to come, you got to say prayers. You got to say prayers 5 times a day. I said, okay. And I said prayers 5 times a day. Although they were not saying prayers 5 times a day. They were saying prayers 3 times a day. They were saying the Fajr prayer by itself, Zohar and Asr prayer, and Maghrib Isha, they would join them. But that's just 3 times a day. So when I would go there, they were not there. So I had to say my prayers on the porch or in the yard, but I prayed. So now what does that mean? The more I went, the more I learned, the more I learned, the more determined I became. But it was all true. And that dope stash that I was looking for, I never was able to see. I looked, but I couldn't see it. And I said, no, this is right. So then I wrote to the Khalifatul Masih, Sahib, that okay, I'd like to come to Pakistan for some advanced education. He said, okay, you should come. Before you come, you should learn a few Urdu words, learn how to eat the heavy spices, and because here would be nothing but exhaustive work for you to do. All right. So when I was told by the missionaries, okay, then what you need to do now is get a job, because because I was never working. I never worked. I just made from the street this, that. So I'm just a street person. So what did I do? I went, first I did not know I'm not going to get a job. I'm not going to work for these Jews paying a man $2 an hour, $1.50 an hour, $3 a day. No, I won't work like that. So okay, they said, okay, but you have to have money if you're going. So then I worked for 1 year, and I gave my check to the missionary in charge. He in return would give me what I should live on. He take the check and give me this, whatever he gave me was what I should live on. I saved up for 1 year, $550. 1 year's work of saving, $550. Then with $550, I bought a ticket on a freighter, ship, a freighter. Now this freighter would go, it would take it 23 days to get to Pakistan. Because it go from this port to that port, unload here, take it on there, and it was going to take 23 days to get there. So I wrote to Khalifatul and signed rather again, but okay, I'll be there, but take 23 days. He answered the letter, said, no, you should not wait that long, you should come by air. So then the movement put with that $550 I had, they gave me $150. And that $150, I bought a ticket on Pan American Airlines. Now, buying the ticket on the Pan American Airlines, that was to go from New York to London, London to Rome, Rome to Brussels, Brussels to Damascus. That was my flight. But now what I did not know, all of the Pakistanis I met in New York. Oh, Brother Rashid, you going to Pakistan? Yeah, just say I'm going to Pakistan. When you get that, take this and get this to my uncle. It may be a jacket, it may be a shirt, it may be a pen, a pencil, maybe a watch, whatever it is. Okay, all right, I took it. I get to London, oh, Brother Rashid, you going to Pakistan? Take this and give it to my cousin in Lahore. Okay, it may be this, it may be that. I took it. What did I know about international travel? So now I'm loaded down with so many gifts. And now when the flight left London, went to Rome, and then it went to Rome, then they changed the flight. Instead of going to Damascus, it went to Iraq. Now I'm not known about international travel, so when the plane lands in Iraq, I said, I'm in a Muslim country. Let me go and see how Muslims live. So instead of staying in the airport, I went into the city. So when I met this agent, he said, wait, where are you? Where you come from? Show me some ID. I showed him a passport. He said, no, where's the endorsement to come here? I said, I don't know. If it's not the passport, I don't have it. No, you can't come here without that. Okay, so now they go to back to the airport and take all of that luggage that I had, all these gifts, they take off the plane. And then the Pan American Airlines, he just left me there. Now I'm there where? No one knows where I'm at. I go to send a telegram and I couldn't speak Arabic. So then the one who sent the telegram, he couldn't speak English. So then I tried to make him understand. So he told me $116. But I thought he said dollars, but he said dinars. So I said, I want to pay $116. I don't care what, and I didn't have but $50 in my pocket. So I said, I'm not going to pay $116 to send no telegram nowhere. You know. So now the whole of Karachi was out waiting for me to come. They called London, and London said, he left here, we don't know where he's at. So no one knows where I'm at. I'm just here someplace. So then they took all the luggage off the plane. And what did they do? They looked at the luggage. And the fellow said that, where are you from? I said, I'm from America. The other one interrogated and said, no, he's not from America. Why? Because Americans don't travel with 2 overcoats. I got 1 overcoat on because in December when I went there, I got on 1 overcoat and another overcoat in my hand. He said, Americans don't travel like that. So now, that overcoat I had in my hand was to go to some cousin in Lahore. So okay, now, another one, then that was a radio I had. The interrogating officer said, look, this radio he got with an adapter, it can become a wireless set.